I have a different setup this time. Um, it's kind of weird, uh, but it works. Um, in the balancing act I'm playing here with my tripod is not quite dangerous, but it's not as stable as it should be, really. Uh, so I'm out of coffee. Oh well. Um, well, I can do without for a little bit. Uh, um, I have water here anyway, so I'll I'll just try to make sure I hydrate while I'm going through the the topic of this video. Um, this is what my cat people watercolor poster looks like now. Uh, so here you can see little splatters of what looks to be paint on here, but it is actually um, fountain pen ink. It came from this too close to the camera, huh? This Waterman fountain pen I use regularly. Certainly not right now for drawing necessarily. I have, but and definitely not for this painting. This is supposed to be watercolor, and I am now using a bit of black acrylic paint for the cat. So that was just to make a long story short. That was an accident. That was an oopsie on my part. I did not intend to get or use any fountain pen ink in this painting. I excuse me. I meant to just use this to use my fountain pen to write notes in a little notebook I have for this video. But while I was writing notes, my pen was acting up, to put it simply. And I shook it to try to help ink flow, but I forgot how close I had been sitting to this painting. And I had also forgotten how leaky my pen has been. So then, voila, this happened. And now my poster is kind of ruined a little. I mean, I don't want to leave it in this state of being slightly unfinished. I'll finish the cat. Um, maybe I'll fill in her dress, but yeah, I don't want to continue with this piece like this. I really wanted, I had hoped when I started this to have a very, or not really highly polished, but a strong enough composition, strong enough piece overall to maybe sell. But now this, it's in this state. I can't really see myself even making a copy that would I would then complete later. I've been working on this for so long, I'm kind of burnt out on it, and that's the problem that I'm running into with some of my work, that I'm trying to be so ambitious for this channel I have that is growing. I just got now it's only 2 new subscribers, but it had been up to 8 yesterday or the day before that, which is great. I want people to view work like this, or see my process, it have a little bit of insight into the work like this. But I don't want to mess up like this. I know it's gonna happen, but a lot of the work that I'm doing, that I show on this channel are things like this. You know, I intend to make prints of this and sell those. I can't screw this piece up. I'm gonna cut it down to size. This is gonna be about like 5 by 7 ish. But I've been keeping it, laying it down flat like this, on my desk, only because I know that this is acrylic. I use my heavy body. This is heavy body, deep black. Yeah, that's what it says on the tube. I think deep black. But I know that I can store this sort of face down because it's a heavy body deep black acrylic, and that's not gonna get ruined. This very easily got ruined because it's watercolor paper, and it will, anything that flows and is vaguely resembles watercolor in its composition will attach itself to the paper. That paper will absorb it. So this is about all I'm going to do for this piece. I may get back into it eventually. I really enjoyed drawing the cat, especially, and really seeing the main character's features, really looking at them, especially in the poster. I keep having to adjust my LED lamp here just to be sure that you can see what I'm seeing. My pencil lines are really light. That's just how it is in the beginning stages. So it's hard to see, but I did really enjoy creating this composition, having this image that flows, you know. Maybe your eye will be first, will land on the main character, Irina or Irene, here, who's in the left side, and then it'll flow over to the cat, and then to the clock, and maybe even I would have had the title up here. Not quite curved like this, but I could maybe have still created a more curved title as it is in this poster. But I like the idea of something that's still dynamic, but isn't curved like this in the, like, I wanted it like it is in the other versions of Cat People poster, where it has, I think most of them have either red lettering or something a bit like vermilion. And it's sort of straight across, or sort of diagonal but not curved, gently like this is. Yeah, I really wanted to do something that it maybe make it stand out, but I wanted to design my own version of this poster. That was my goal. I didn't want to create something that was too similar to the existing posters out there. So something like that. This is a bit slightly diagonal, and maybe the E at the end could have been a bit faded behind the clock. Part of it just sort of disappears behind this clock here. That's something that I could have done. I think that would have been really cool. I think I will continue, like I said, I think I will continue a bit of work. I'm already doing it now. I think I'll just sort of map out where I would have put some of these letters, and then do some more work on the cat. Yeah, I want to at least finish this cat so that you all watching this can get a bit of an idea of what I wanted to do, and maybe you could imagine what the final image would have looked like. I think eventually, um, I could get back to this. I could get back to this, but I don't know. I also have managed to get easily distracted with a lot of other ideas that I've had over the past few weeks. Um, I've been producing. I've been producing a lot of work, um, and it's been sort of a hindrance to my progress on this. And I think really that shows how I've that shows my lack of interest in this. As I've gone on, I've just realized that I don't actually want to do this poster. Um, and that's frustrating for you as much as it is for me. Um, because I've sort of led all of you on, my very loyal viewers, and all the new ones out there that have been coming into my channel. Hello, thank you, really appreciate it. Like and subscribe and leave a comment to support the algorithm. That algorithm is is the bane of my existence sometimes. But I think I'm glad I did this. I'm glad I had this idea because it's good to have, or it's good to do work that challenges me and helps me move in a different direction in terms of maybe style or composition. This sort of work is very good for generally just helping me develop as an artist. And that is a good segue into one of my Christmas gifts. This was given to me by my dad for Christmas. And it's pretty great. This is one of the best gifts I've ever been given. I will definitely be going through this and using this as a guide for drawing characters. The author's name is Christopher Hart. He seems to just be a cartoonist. I don't know if he has done work in any other style, but This is really great for character design. I think I could use this as a reference for drawing some comic book characters. I do have I think I still have a copy of Stan Lee's How to Draw Marvel superheroes or something. I can't remember the title. I haven't used it in a very long time. But I'm really interested in looking into how to simplify shapes and then using that knowledge to look at objects, people differently. I want to be able to look at like and I already sort of do this, but I do want to be able to look at things like this woman or this cat in this poster and think, oh, well, her head is an oval. And her arm is a cylinder. Then be able to just break those down the body or the face down into those simple parts. Those simple or rather the phrase should be that in my head I am able to simplify these shapes and by simplifying the shapes I can draw more quickly at a faster pace. And will also have this mental shorthand that I use for future pieces, especially the complicated stuff. This isn't really that complicated, but it's something that I just haven't done before. That's what made it complicated for me. It's easier than some of the things I've tried in the past, but it is the type of image that that can demonstrate that ability really well. Just like the clock is a simple circular shape. and the cat's face is sort of oval shaped with a sort of triangular shape once you get down toward the mouth. Those are all the things that I want to continue to practice and get better at. Because I don't delude myself into thinking that I'm a really good artist. I'm not. I'm good at certain things. I can make a pretty decent abstract painting. I could make a decent expressionist painting, something in the vein of like Basquiat or well, Basquiat was not a expressionist painter, really, or was he? See, all my art history, like basic art history knowledge, has gone out the window today. I guess I need more coffee. But those really gestural, painterly skulls or bodies. They're really open structure of maybe someone, I've mentioned him before, but someone like Adebayo Balaji. He creates these bodies that are very loose and sort of childlike drawings. They're not like what Picasso was describing. It's more of a it's inspired by some African art, at least with him. Actually, that's exactly what Picasso did and Matisse. They were inspired by African art. But I think they're with someone like Basquiat or Bolaji, it's definitely more of an expression of who they are as people, as black men. But for me, when I do things on in that similar style, and I think I may edit into this video some photos of the work I'm talking about. But if you're talking about abstract work, I can do it. But this sort of more slightly representational work, I'm not even really sure if you could call it that, but the stuff that leans a bit more into realism, I struggle with. For example, I've been drawing faces and heads in my sketchbook a lot. See this character here looks a bit like Wilson Fisk, but from the Spider-Man cartoon, that version of Fisk. And see these more. I covered the other side of this page with Sharpie, but these more like loose, sketchy kind of faces, I can do that. I can do all of those things, but with people and more realistic faces, it's harder for me. They always end up a bit cartoony like this, or they're kind of leaning toward a more accurate look, but then I mess something up, you know? So that's why I do a lot of this. Excuse me. I really have to hydrate, I guess. That's why I do a lot of these abstract pieces, because it's what I know. I don't really. I like drawing people, but I don't like trying to represent all of their features in my work. I don't really want to get a very realistic image. I want to do something a bit out of the ordinary. I should clean my desk. I keep this paper on my desk because, aside from it being glass, I have a bit of trouble scraping off some of the paint I have on this desk, and I get glue on it as well, and that takes a long time, and I don't really want to spend the time cleaning my desk when I could be drawing. I will eventually get most of the glue off my desk. I think I have a good amount removed, but I use a lot of this acid-free glue, and I have super glue that I've occasionally accidentally gotten on my desk, or maybe it was on purpose. Because I needed to get the super glue off my finger, and I didn't want them to stick together, so I just wiped it on my desk. Those are the quirks I have. That's just who I am. I'm a bit weird. We'll go with it, you know? See, I like doing things like this. It's not really realistic. It's kind of edging toward a surrealistic image, something a bit uncanny, maybe. So, you know, I'm glad I did this, but at the same time, I feel I feel I really feel my lack of confidence with this. I feel just disappointed that sometimes I don't really commit to a piece because I'm so afraid of how it's going to turn out. But you know, that's something I have to work on and try to get through, and process. On my own. You know, I don't want to. I don't want that to be big worry as I continue developing this channel and doing this work. I want to create something interesting on this channel for every video, but I don't want to hold myself to an impossible standard. I think I should always challenge myself, but I should also know my limitations as an artist who is still learning. Because I have to remind all of you, I am mostly self-taught. I did go to art school. I didn't do well because I am a nervous, anxious little shit. Pardon my language. I'm just a nervous, anxious person, and it's really hard for me, or it was when I went to art school, it was really hard for me to maintain a schedule because I was just so freaked out about doing things right and living up to people's standards. Not that anyone really had standards, specific standards for me. The school especially just had an idea of who a good student should be, and they put those expectations on people, no matter who they were, what their work ethic was. They just said, well, you're in the school, so you chose to go here, so you work hard to get that degree. You know, it's all on you when you're in school, pretty much, to do the work and really practice to be a good artist, or to become a good artist. I just wasn't ready for it then, and I admit that to myself now. But if I hadn't gone then, I don't think I ever would have really been ready for it. So it was a good experience only for the benefit of hindsight, for allowing me to have those moments of hindsight, really Making art is difficult work, you know. It's not something you can just do occasionally. Unless you can do it occasionally and you're just so good at it that that all your work is freaking museum ready, which is you may as well just be the art world's Mozart if you can do that. Um, but I think you know I'm personally I'm willing to put all the time and effort into that. So because I love art, so I will eventually go back to school. I feel that I'm a little bit more better equipped to handle art school. I mean, I'm still a nervous, anxious, stressed out person, but I'm a little older. Not necessarily a little wiser, but a little older than I was when I went to art school. So I feel a bit better about indulging in the idea of right now it's only an idea of going back to at least taking like a certificate course or something. Um, like recently, I had gone sort of back to school to to learn about how to paint oil portraits, but I didn't finish that because I kind of it wasn't because I was anxious and stressed. I actually just got bored and a little annoyed that I was not that the painting I was working on for the final or close to the final assignment was taking so long for me to finish. I kept agonizing over it. And to a point, I kind of, well, not to a point, but rather, I sort of somewhat regret not finishing that course because I paid so much money for it. But I've liked, I've enjoyed taking these short courses, especially when I took a course on ancient philosophy. That was really cool through Sophia.com. That was that was awesome. The thing that I really appreciate is that I still have an inquisitive mind, and I still have a desire to to learn. So that's the thing that keeps me going, that makes me excited about the possibility of going back to school. Um, I just need to get a good income coming through. Um, I need to start making money through YouTube or uh, through work. Uh, I I am trying to get better at marketing myself on Instagram, so I'm not necessarily buying ads because I can't afford it right now, but I am making more reels, and you can go check those out. I am on Instagram under the name Ann underscore artist 26. That's my tag. Uh, you can also just search my name, Ashley Buck, as I use on this channel here. Um, I mean, that's that's the easiest part of about just using your own name for your sort of burgeoning art business. Um, so yeah, just search my name. And if you like the art you see on Instagram, just follow. Give me a follow. To be honest, I don't think I'm going to get to over 10,000 followers right in the snap of my fingers, but I hope to at least reach above that mark so that I could get paid through Instagram I guess I could consider it, as other artists seem to, a bonus that they receive outside of their regular income from commissions or people buying from their store. Um, yeah, that's that's my goal though. Uh, I think though, um, that I have a bit more hope for my YouTube channel to really take off, especially with how it's been going lately. So whenever I start making an income on YouTube, I think I want to use that, and whenever I finally get a part-time job, I want to also combine that income with, possibly whenever the YouTube income comes in, I want to combine that to then maybe make my own website and post some pieces on there for sale that have been available for sale for years. I just haven't really had a lot of interest in them before. I mean, I still have them in my house. I have at least two of my paintings hung up on my bedroom walls right now that I want to sell. Both of them are abstract pieces. So, circling back to the abstract art thing, if you're into abstract art, just maybe email me. I have my email in the about section on my YouTube. That's the best way to contact me about any business inquiries. Maybe if you want to do a commission, that would really help me out. Oh, sorry, some background noise coming through. Anyway, I think this is where I'll end for now. I mean, for now, really, I mean, I may show maybe a photo in the community tab of this. I did say already that I wasn't really going to continue with this, but I think I'll try to do some work on the cat and maybe like paint in the cat lady's dress, and maybe, paint the clock hands. Other than that, this is it. Oh gosh, removing this tape is going to be a nightmare because this tape isn't really meant for watercolor paper. It's just basic Scotch tape that I probably should be better off using in an acrylic painting, because acrylic can really take a beating on a canvas. But yeah, this will be another unfinished piece in my pile of unfinished work I keep in a cabinet. It's not that I deliberately leave some work unfinished. Some of it they were just sketches for a project that I didn't follow through with. Those things happen too. Thoughts and prayers to the comic book that I was going to make about Boudica. Oh man, I don't know if I'll pick that up again, but that one's sad for me. I really was excited about that. Anyway, that's all for now. Remember, like and subscribe for the algorithm. You gotta feed that algorithm monster. And leave a comment. I I hope y'all aren't too sad that I'm not finishing this. I don't know how my subscribers really feel. They never really comment on my videos, but I know they're there. So subscribers, if you want to comment, leave a comment. I don't want my sister to be the only one commenting on my videos. That's a bit lame, isn't it? Anyway, that's all. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.